But let me say this right here. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver is the worst commissioner in sports. You hear me? The worst commissioner in sports. I have no idea what he's trying to do. This is not soccer. We don't care about all this you're trying to steal from what they do in Europe. Stop with all the changes and trying to be cute. You just heard Kevin Durant. East, West, let's have a basketball game. For God's sakes. What is this? And I say he's the worst commissioner because he has coddled the players. They have overrun him. Do you remember last year? He sent Dr. J and Larry Bird into the locker rooms and asked the players to play hard. Let's have a game this year. And guess what? The final score was over 200 at each side. How embarrassing. That was them rubbing it in his face, telling him, be quiet, old man. No, we'll do what we want to do. And here's the worst part. There's no way he is the commissioner who has allowed the players to ruin the league. He's the guy. Load management. You think David Stern would go for load management? You think the networks are happy with the NBA product? Obviously, fans aren't. They've lost, 24%? Half of their viewership in the last couple of years? That's not by accident. And you can't say it's a trend in sports. You know why? Baseball, attendance is up and ratings are up. Football, ratings are up. Of the big three, the only one that's suffering is the NBA. And it's not because there's some trend going on in sports. It's because the NBA product is total garbage. And this All-Star game format is terrible. As Kevin Durant said, it's garbage. Just stop the game. Forget the game. Do what the NFL did when they realized that the Pro Bowl was old and outdated and no one was interested in it and nobody wanted to play in it. They just said, forget about it. That's what they need to do here.
At the end of the day, it's just basketball.
Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe on the way in the door, my people. I hope you all are having a truly fantastic day today. You heard the clip I just played at the beginning of this video. That was Rob Parker from The Odd Couple. And as you heard, he called Adam Silver the worst commissioner in sports. Now, there is very rarely a time where I will wholeheartedly agree with somebody in the mainstream media, but I would say round of applause for Rob Parker for totally being brutally honest about Commissioner Voldemort. So let's get serious here for a second, people. So first of all, he talks about how Commissioner Voldemort has coddled the players. And we all know this. Again, I've been saying this for a while now. Commissioner Voldemort is attempting, he's not fixing the root of the problem. He's attempting to fix the symptoms of the problem. But the problem is that you're coddling the players. You're coddling these players who are super entitled, who feel like they've already made it to the NBA, so they don't have any real work left to do. And you're not gonna fix anything by continuing to try to throw money or change the situation. The bottom line is this: either you are a competitor or you're not. Either you want to compete or you don't. And these players don't want to compete. And this is the LeBron James era, an era full of players who don't want to compete because the face of the league doesn't want to compete. And he has shown that over and over again. He has shown that by forming super teams. He has shown that by not participating in the dunk contest. He has shown that by his solution always being external instead of internal, he does not want to compete. And Adam Silver has allowed this. Now he also, and this is all brought about because of the All-Star game, because of these new, yet another ridiculous change to try to compensate for these players' lack of ambition, lack of pride, unwillingness to compete. And here we are. First we got play-in tournament for teams who don't take the regular season serious enough, and they decided to still give some people a chance. And then we get the in-season tournament to try to get these players to take the regular season more serious. And here we are about to do a ridiculous tournament instead of the All-Star game. So this is all, that whole episode was in response to the All-Star game. And matter of fact, more specifically, it was about Kevin Durant's response to it, which Kevin Durant said he hated. He said he thinks it's a terrible idea. And obviously I agree with that as well. But so Rob Parker talks about the fact that they actually sent the great Larry Bird, the legend Larry Bird, they sent him into the locker room to try to give these players a pep talk about going out there and competing. And they go out there and score over 400 points collectively, basically saying, F you, Larry Bird, F you, Adam Silver, F you, fans. We don't care. We just want to collect our money and do what we want to do. We're not here to compete for you. We're not here to earn our money. We're just here to collect the money the easiest way possible and playing as little as possible. And that is absolutely right. To me, the fact that they sent Larry Bird into the locker room to give them a pep talk, and then they go out and have the worst All-Star game in the history of All-Star games, to me, they all should have been fined huge sums of money for that. There should have been some kind of penalty for that, because that is blatant disrespect. That is blatantly the players telling you that you don't control us, even though you pay our salaries. We're going to do what we want to do. He talks about the ratings being down. We've all been seeing plenty of videos talking about the ratings being down. They're down 48% since 2012. They're down and continue to go down. In other sports, the ratings are going up. Again, signifying that no matter what Adam Silver tries to say about, this is the reason why the ratings are this, or this is the reason why the ratings are that. No matter what Adam Silver tries to say, the bottom line is people are disinterested in the NBA. Everyone has been saying this for years. Not only the fans, but the players, and definitely former players, have been saying the same thing for years, that the game is getting worse and worse. No defense, or too many threes, all of the things. But, it is falling upon deaf ears because they just signed the biggest TV deal in the history of the league, which, again, Adam Silver, what do you think is going to happen when it's time to renew the deal again, when they're saying that, we paid all this money for a product that people aren't watching? Again, these players are taking the NBA for granted, assuming that it will always be there, assuming that the NBA can't crumble and go under. This is what these players are assuming. The ratings are down. What else does he talk about? And then the last thing he says, just stop the game. Just do away with it. like they did in the NFL with the Pro Bowl. Just do away with it. And I wholeheartedly agree with that sentiment. Okay, people, let's get real. Let's get real about this. I am at the point. I mean, don't get me wrong. There is nothing I enjoy more than laughing at the duck in the 4 and 6 kingdom and all you ridiculous fanboys who continue to watch my channel for no other reason than to complain because you are miserable individuals. And we all enjoy it. I enjoy it. I will continue to laugh at you. Last season, when I heard that Bronny James was going to be playing and I heard that JJ Redick will be coaching, I said, wow, this next season is going to be amazing. Not for basketball, but strictly for entertainment. But we are at the point with the NBA, my people, that I think it should just crash and burn. I think Adam Silver needs to completely bend over further than he already has and let the players completely run the league into the ground. Every single thing that they want to do, I believe Adam Silver should just let it happen. In other words, if they think they're playing too many games in the season, go ahead and cut the games. Cut it down to 60 games. If they still complain about the regular season, cut it down to 50 games. They still complain, cut it down to 40 games. They don't want to play the All-Star game, just do away with it. Just start doing away with these things that they don't want to do and just let the NBA crumble and burn. That's what I say. This is where we're at right now. I think this is the only thing that makes sense. This is the only thing that makes sense. Is to just run it into the ground and maybe some other entity with lots of money will start a different basketball league based on competition. But yeah, everything that the players want to do, let them do it. They want to go form. If every star in the league wants to join up and form about 2 or 3 teams, let them do it. If they want to load manage and play every other game, let them do it. It is time to let the NBA burn because nobody cares anymore. The players certainly don't care, and Adam Silver doesn't care enough to try to fix the problem before it's too late. The players have shown repeatedly, and again, LeBron James fanboys, this is your king. This is your king, starting with statements like, oh, well, you all got to go back to your miserable lives and I'm gonna keep living my life. You guys got to go back to your miserable lives. I'm going back to my mansion. So, you know, I don't care that I lost. It's just basketball. At the end of the day, it's just basketball. That's your king. Saying he does not care about the fans. Saying that he does not take the game of basketball serious except for what the game can do for him. All the while talking about what he has done for the game of basketball. This is going to be a good Fanboy Fridays for you fanboys too. You guys, all you fanboys who, I know I don't even have to say this because I know you're going to tune in anyway because you love pain. But this Fanboy Friday, I got a good video coming out for you guys. But yeah, this is the work of LeBron James and player entitlement and thinking that players should be able to go and play where they want. I am in complete and utter disagreement with this. You know, I've heard people try to defend it like, oh, they need to be able to decide where their families are and blah, 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 blah. You are making millions of dollars no matter where you live. Your family is going to be okay. It is part of the job. This is what I truly cannot understand about the people who defend these players having so much power as if the NBA is not a job. There's no other job where people who try to defend, where people think it's okay that the employees have more power than the owners. And I'm not saying I'm not on board with owners who abuse their employees, but getting millions of dollars is not being abused. Getting millions of dollars to play something you love is not being abused. These things come with the job. The same as if you were a construction worker, there are certain risks that come with being a construction worker that you cannot escape. The same with all dangerous jobs that potentially pay a lot of money. There are hazards. Normally, this is why these jobs pay so much, because there are hazards. Or even if we're not talking about jobs with hazards, whatever the jobs it is, whether you're a doctor, a lawyer, there are stipulations to the job that when you decide on that occupation, there are things that you know you're going to have to do. This is the NBA. When you sign up for the NBA, there are 82 games in a season. If you make it past the regular season, there are playoffs. This is the NBA. You have to talk to the press. This is part of the job. It's talking to the press. This is the NBA. You may have to move several cities. And for the amount of money that you're making, I do not think it is too much to ask to say that you can't, to say that a team gets to make the decision to trade you or not. Because whether you're making $10 million or $100 million, that money can last if you're smart with your money. But anyway, we're gonna hold up here. But like I said, I believe it is time to let these players run it into the ground. Just go ahead and do every single thing that they want to do. I don't care how ridiculous it seems. If they say they only want to play one game a month, go ahead and let them do it. If LeBron James has a sore foot and needs to take off for 2 months, go ahead and let him do it. Go ahead and let them burn the thing down. Let them burn the NBA down. Let them run it completely into the ground. But anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments. What do you think about what Rob Parker had to say? Do you agree that Commissioner Voldemort is the worst commissioner in sports? Because I definitely agree. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. You all have a truly, truly fantastic day, and I'll see you next time. All right.